Hello, Redlow women. Welcome back to the podcast. How are you today? I'm so grateful you're here. I'm your host, Terri Mullen, and I'm here to offer a little bit of inspiration in your day and to empower you and to help you reclaim your confidence, embrace your voice, define your path, lead with courage, and own who you are now in this season of life. So grab that warm cup of coffee and let's step forward together. Let's go. So let's dive in. Today, I want to talk about a luggage tag. Yep, that's right. I have this bright, bold luggage tag that says badass. And I actually did a post about this on Facebook, and I thought it would be really great to kind of dive in and go a little bit deeper about the meaning behind it and what it is, what it represents. But first and foremost, it's just symbolic of confidence, of being brave and bold, courageous, audacious, a little disruptive. And it might surprise some of you that I even have it. But that's the whole point. You know, I started to shrink. I took it off a while back and I found myself kind of shrinking and started to play small, started to feel like, oh, I don't want to ruffle feathers. You know, maybe it's inappropriate. And I thought, you know what? No. I wrote an entire book about empowering women to step forward, to step into all that you're created to be audacious, to be brave, to be disruptive. And why did I take this off? You know? And then I jokingly said, most people swear anyway, even if they don't admit it behind closed doors. Like, be serious. Like, let's be real. Let's just be genuine and authentic about it. And I decided I'm going to do it. I'm putting it back on. And it was actually so empowering. And I want to empower you with that today too. If you have been sitting in this fear, you're shrinking, you're doubting yourself, you're playing small, you don't feel qualified, all the things, I have a free masterclass that's coming up this Thursday, September 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we're actually going to dive in and talk about how to stop overthinking and to launch that idea in 30 days. I want to give you some tangible tools, a strategy to help you move forward, to help you step forward, get unstuck, not thinking or to stop overthinking about that idea and just do it. Because so often what keeps us stuck is that we're just afraid what other people are going to think of it, right? We really, really are. And we're also afraid of making mistakes. And I just want to just let all that go. You're going to make mistakes. We all do. That's all part of it. Being an entrepreneur, being a coach, being being online, part of it is just all personal growth. And I tell everyone that get support from a coach that's been there, that's made the mistakes, that's vulnerable, that's honest about it, that shares the good, the hard, the messy, the wonderful, all of it. Don't get coaching from someone that thinks they've arrived, because none of us ever have. The beautiful thing about this industry is that we're constantly growing, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly learning about ourselves, about our community, about what our ideal clients need and want. And we're always changing and evolving. We don't stay the same. Change is just a part of our life. And that's the wonderful, beautiful, exciting thing. It's never the same. It's always different, right? And the mistakes you make become your market research. Or if something that you post doesn't land right, or a course you create doesn't take off, well, that's just data. It's not that you're a failure or that you've failed. It's just data that what you did wasn't completely correct, or what somebody didn't want. And instead of getting all, focused on that you're a failure, you did something wrong, you just pause and go, okay, how can I change this? How can I shift this? How can I make this different so that it lands differently? What is it that people really need? That's all it is. And if you are stuck in the thought that it's too late, you're too old, there's too many people in your particular space, all the things, let that go too, right? There's always room for one more voice, for one more idea, for one more solution, for your experience and how you arrived at where you are today and the tools that you learned to get here. No one has your story. No one has the exact way that you would do something. And there are people out there that will resonate with what you have to offer. And another, tip that I said many times, midlife women are the number one age demographic for entrepreneurship. And that includes coaching and being a coach here online, on Zoom, in person, whatever it is. The coaching space has grown rapidly, as has the e-learning industry, which is the course creation. And they're predicting that by 2032, it is actually going to do $1 trillion in revenue. So if you're ever doubting and questioning and wondering, lean in, step forward, be a badass, right? Lean into all that you are and share who you are and what you have to offer. So again, if you're doubting yourself and questioning, come join me on September 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you haven't met me, I'll look forward to meeting you. And if you have, awesome. We'll just sit. We're going to have a conversation. I will give you some key tools, some tangible tools that you can take away to get yourself moving forward. And I do this very extemporaneously. I like it conversational. I love to make connection because I think connection is really the new currency. We all need this to support each other, to encourage each other, to help each other move forward. And I want to share some of the things that I've learned, especially recently. Okay, so that's just my tidbit, kind of went off on that. This is just going to be a short episode. And I just want to encourage you because as I sat looking at my luggage tag, I decided it was really time to put it back on. And I realized in that moment, wow, I've kind of been shrinking and following back into my own patterns and trying to be polite, trying to do the right thing, not being disruptive, even though my LinkedIn headline says Midlife Disruptor, right? That's really who I am. I've got this rebellious side that people don't see, a little sassy, a little, I don't give a crap what you think kind of part. And, there's always kind of this war inside of me trying to want to show up and do the right thing, but also kind of this rebellious side. So I put it back on and wow, it felt so great kind of strolling through LaGuardia Airport with my luggage tag. I felt like, I'm here. I've arrived. It was empowering. And it just reminded me to stop shrinking, that it's okay to be audacious, to be bold, to be disruptive, and to step fully into our purpose and who God created us to be. I think often we're afraid to swear in public. And some of these women that I've really come under the coaching of as of recently are swearing. And I love it because you know what it is? It's just authenticity. And whether people want to admit it or not, you want to show up and be Pollyanna perfect, fine. But behind doors, people are swearing. They're frustrated. They're, be real. That's who we are. So that's the other reason I did it. Take it or leave it, right? But I want to encourage you to stop overthinking where you are. You've got an idea. I know you do. Whether you want to do a podcast or you want to write a book or you want to start coaching, it just gets overwhelming. You don't know where to start. You don't feel like you're ready. You wonder what people will think. And all those thoughts just swirl and keep you stuck. And we get stuck in that perfectionism, right? But I say that done is better than perfect. So make a decision, right? That's the number one thing. Just make a decision to step forward. And the second thing is that it doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes, but done is better than perfect. And lean into why. Why do you want to do this, right? It's probably because of something you've overcome. You maybe have had a painful experience, or maybe it's a profession that you've had that now you want to share with others. Or maybe it's passion that you have. And those things really help us move forward. So lean into that. Stop overthinking and click on the link and sign up and come join my class. All right? Because I want to encourage you. I think the other thing that really made me think about this bag tag is Jen Sincero's book, You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. Isn't that the goal for all of us, especially in midlife? To stop doubting ourselves, to step into our greatness, to our power, and to start living a life we desire. You can. You definitely can, especially if the kids are gone. Many of us kind of pivot at this season of life and wonder, okay, what's next? What's next for me? What really lights me up? What do I want to do? What kind of impact do I want to have? And you can. The world needs you now more than ever. As wonderful as AI is, as much as I love it, I love all the strategy and the tools that help me kind of implement things. That's great. But the connection, it can't replace that. And we need connection now more than ever. We need other humans to still walk beside us, to guide us, to have conversation with, to really strategize with, right? And whether you do that in person, like physically in person or on Zoom, it really, really matters. And, I think as we step forward and we're trying these new things, those old patterns that have been living there for a while, they want to keep us stuck. They want to keep us safe. They don't like us rising up and leveling up and stepping beyond that. Those old patterns of our comfort, of pleasing others, of seeking that approval, of wanting to appear like we have it all together, whatever that is, those live large in our lives. And As you continue to grow and rise higher, sometimes they pull harder at you. That doubt comes up even in a bigger way. And just name it. I talk about this in my book too. Give it a name, because when you name it, you can tame it. When you see it, I talk about doubt all the time. It has been one of the biggest things for me in my life, but now I acknowledge it. I see it. I give it a name. I call it Debbie Doubter. And I just tell that voice to take a back seat. I'm in the driver's seat. I'm the badass, right? I am at the steering wheel. I'm driving my life forward. So whatever that is for you, name it. Whether that's doubt or insecurity or not feeling qualified, name it and just own it, and then continue to step forward, because you deserve to live a life that you love. You really do. And I love what Marianne Williamson says. It's one of my favorite quotes. She says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. That really just causes me to pause. So stop shrinking, stop worrying about what others are going to think. Go get yourself a bright, bold bag tag or whatever you need, and just continue to step forward. Step into your God-given power and your identity. And even if you swear doing it along the way, I give you permission to do that too. Because whatever idea you're sitting on is never going to come out into the world if you stay stuck worrying about it, worrying what others are going to think, worrying if you're going to fail or make a mistake. You won't move forward. And I want you to do that. That's my goal, because the world needs you. The world needs your story. The world needs your voice. The world needs your solution to whatever it is that you overcame. So I'm here to empower you. Keep stepping forward. Know that you are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are valued, and you belong. Come join me on September 11th. I hope to see you there. God bless. Until we meet again, keep stepping forward and have an amazing day. And don't forget, the Redlow Women's Circle is launching. I'd love to have you be a part of it. It's going to be full of lots of education and information. There'll be guest speakers, and you'll have a wonderful opportunity to connect with other women and network with women that are in the same place. So let's keep stepping forward. I'll put the link here in the show notes. It is a paid community, but it's going to be worth it, and you'll be in as a founding member. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you have a few key takeaways that you can apply to your life. And if you don't mind, take a few moments and leave a review that lets other women know that we're here making a difference in your life and theirs as well. Until we meet again, God bless.